After my father-in-law's funeral, my jobless wife inherited $379 million. Suddenly, she demanded a divorce, saying, "You're useless to me now." I replied, "Don't regret this later, LOL. The funeral was Tuesday. By Friday, she was already shopping for a mansion in Beverly Hills. "I don't need you anymore," she said, tossing divorce papers on our kitchen table next to my unemployment check. I'm finally free from dead weight. I just smiled and signed them without reading. She thought I was an idiot who'd given up. But here's what she didn't know. I'd been having secret conversations with her father for months before he died. He'd called me one evening, voice shaking with disappointment. "Son, I need to tell you something about Kimberly. She's been pressuring me to change my will. She wants me to cut out her brother and sister completely. Says they don't deserve anything because they abandoned me." That wasn't true. Her siblings lived across the country but called him daily. Kimberly barely visited unless she needed money. "There's more," he continued. "I caught her going through my financial documents last week. She was photographing my bank statements and investment portfolios. When I confronted her, she said she was just helping me organize." That's when he told me his plan. The will Kimberly knew about? It was fake. He'd shown it to her on purpose to test her character. The real will was locked in a different lawyer's safe. 2 weeks after the funeral, we're at what she thinks is the final divorce meeting. She struts in wearing a $5,000 Chanel dress and diamond earrings that cost more than my car. She's already bragging about her new Porsche and the mansion she put a deposit on. "This is so exciting," she tells the lawyer. "I can finally live the life I deserve. No more supporting a jobless husband who brings nothing to the table." The inheritance lawyer walks in with a thick leather folder. I recognize him immediately. It's Martin Lee, her father's real attorney, not the junior associate who'd been handling the official proceedings. "Mrs. Benjaminson, I'm afraid there's been a significant misunderstanding," he says calmly. Her smile falters slightly. "What kind of misunderstanding?" "The will was clear. I inherited everything." He opens the folder and slides a document across the mahogany table. "This is your father's actual will, executed just 3 months before his death. The document you've been referencing was, let's call it a preliminary draft." She grabs the papers, her manicured nails clicking against the desk. "What are you talking about? This can't be right." Martin points to the highlighted section. "Your father was quite specific. He left the entire estate to your husband, Benjamin here, with explicit instructions that you receive nothing if you initiated divorce proceedings within 2 years of his death." The color drains from her face. "That's impossible. He wouldn't do that to me." "Actually," Martin continues, "he included a personal letter explaining his decision. Would you like me to read it?" She nods weakly. Her earlier confidence completely evaporated. Martin clears his throat. "Kimberly, if you're hearing this, it means you chose money over family. I watched you manipulate and scheme thinking I was too old to notice. Benjamin showed me the respect and love you never did. He earned this inheritance through character, not blood." She sits in stunned silence as Martin explains the conditions. The $379 million she'd been spending in her mind for weeks, it was never hers. The mansion deposit, the Porsche lease, the shopping sprees, all purchased on credit she couldn't afford. "Furthermore," Martin adds, "your father instructed that if you contest this will, the entire estate goes to charity instead." She tries calling her siblings, hoping they'll help her fight it, but they'd already received their own letters from their father, explaining Kimberly's true nature and asking for their understanding. Within a month, she lost the mansion, had to return the Porsche, and moved back in with her mother. The credit card companies started calling daily. Meanwhile, I quietly used the inheritance to start a foundation in her father's name, helping families in financial crisis. The kind of thing he'd always wanted to do, but never had time for. Last week, she sent me a text. "I made a terrible mistake. Can we talk?" I replied, with the same words I'd said that day in our kitchen. "Don't regret this later, LOL. Some lessons cost more than others. Hers cost $379 million.